Take a page out of the playbook of my buddy Brian Harrington. If you don't follow him, go check it out. Search that name on YouTube. The idea of 0.21 Bitcoin being an attainable goal for many, something that's digestible. You can stop worrying about being a whole coiner or whatever that means. And I want to focus this video on that being $210,000 or a little bit more when we hit the inevitable $1 million Bitcoin. So you can go buy 0.21 Bitcoin now for, what is it, $25,000. And I am visualizing that as you're buying 250,000 USD in the future. And one of the ways we get there is people need to start looking at Bitcoin as zero point 0.1 right now. Instead of one Bitcoin being so focused around $100,000, this anchor point that people need to let go. And we've been there for so long. It was always like, can it hit $100,000? And then now that we're here, it's like, are we going under 100,000, staying above it? Is there support there? Whatever. Like eventually, and it's kind of starting to hint at it, is like we've spent enough time there. We've digested that volume and price enough that we're going to unanchor from that point. And once we get to 150, 200, 250, 270, 300, people are going to start saying $1 million Bitcoin. We're already seeing that from a lot of people that are not only Bitcoiners, but big institutional players and whatever. They have this 5, 7, 10-year goal of 7-figure Bitcoin. And I think that if you can just, as a more normie that's always like so focused on this $100,000 mark or Bitcoin's so expensive, how do I get a whole coin? Focusing on the 0.21 Bitcoin is so huge, because if you can picture $1 million Bitcoin, which is coming, and I think it's coming faster than most people think, I'm guessing by the end of 2028, 0.21 Bitcoin right now, getting that portion of your portfolio, the 20 to 25 to 30K, if you have it, into BTC, which will just be enough for you to feel the volatility, but it probably won't be your entire exposure to risk. You're able to kind of hold that and see the bigger picture and think about $1 million Bitcoin, the new anchor point. So once we let this $100,000 anchor go, we will eventually start to re-anchor ourselves to a much higher number. And there's still a lot of people stuck at the 100,000, at the whole coiner. I mean, we dealt with this at 10,000 and then 50,000 and then 100,000. And it's only a matter of time before we get into the multiple hundreds of thousands and up to $1 million. And it's going to come faster than people think. So rewire yourself now to think to yourself, 0.21 Bitcoin is actually going to be worth $250,000 or more within a few years. Maybe that sounds like something you actually want.